Good morning, everybody. It's Vapix here from Subjugated Gaming, bringing you round 5 of the Horus Heresy Legions World Cup in the group stage. Now, we played this the other day, and this round didn't really matter for us, as with the 4 wins we had so far, we were already onto the elimination stage, but the results could have mattered for other teams within our group. So we played them out anyways as much as we could. So I'm going to show you these matches. Now I'm versing WESe2000, I believe, or something like that, from Master of the Universe. So similar, like he's in the Masterclass family. He was on, let me check, Nassau and Thiel is what he was on, and I'm on Ulrach and Curze. So I built 4 decks. Thiel versus Gnosis versus Thiel versus Nassau versus Thiel, right? And if you look at these 2 decks, they're not very different. The main thing is, against Nassau, I didn't want anything that he could get a lot of stealth off, a lot of precognition off. So I've got like things like goldstones to rush him down and stuff like that. This is also good against Thiel. So I decided to play this. I was like, he's both got high initiative, so I may as well start with my medium initiative, knowing I'm going second, and play around that. So this is the deck I decided to play first. Here it is, and we'll show you the first matchup. And I will jump right into it. So as you can see throughout this entire tournament, I'm really bad at predicting what my opponent's going to play. But we open pretty well here. We get our Curze, and we get a stun, and we get a bounce card, and we're versing Thiel. So we're kind of okay with this. He can shoot for 1 for 2 damage now, since the nerf. In these tournaments since the Thiel nerf, they were allowed to switch warlords, but he decided that he was going to stay on Thiel for the remainder of the tournament while one of his teammates changed from, I think it was the guy who was supposed to counter Thiel. Anyway, so yeah, we just heal up, he shoots us again, and we land our Curze this turn, and feel good. And he lands, he got this off his Logos, and that's very annoying for us. It's quite big, it's so early. You know, I land this guy, so hopefully I can start bouncing things if I need to, like playing this to poison a thing, bounce it, poison a thing the next turn. He lands another strong thing and buffs them all, and this feels real bad. There's not much I can do here. He's going to get damage in, poisoning and bouncing is not going to help me too much, because that's a lot of damage to face over the next couple turns, not to mention he can keep playing more things. We decide to just poison one of the things out and leave it with that. Hopefully we can just come back with the heals that we've got. He plays his own heals, and that's fine. We're not too worried about his health at this stage, and he stuns us out. Again, that's fine. Decides to get rid of our troop there, and we're okay with that. And he gets the 5 damage in before his troop dies. Now, unfortunately, the heal does go over there. The other troop would have been better for us, obviously, because it was going to die regardless. But whatever happens, happens, right? So we drop our flank unit here. We take out his heals, as we don't need to keep doing that. We heal up the 3, because we really start needing healing some sort of health here. And I think we just leave it there, and we go, well, we'll take the 6 damage. Unfortunately, then he buffs it. So that's very unfortunate for us. We can still take it out with the stun card and with the bounce card by just swinging into it. It's not what we want to do, but I think it's what we have to do here, you know. Oh, then we draw the veteran. That's much better for us, actually. Give it the sentence 1. Smack it to get it off field. To be honest, that might have been a mistake, because I could have just kept bouncing the veteran there. Anyways, we buff him up, and we heal up, I think. Just needing that health, knowing that when this attacks face, we can then trade out with it. Having our thing actually survive after we buff it again with our ability of Ulrach. But he plays the big old frontliner, and that's very annoying. And he plays the stun card. This is very good for him to play to good tech, because it goes very well against Curze, which I could have been playing, and also goes pretty well against Ulrach, because I play a lot of stealth. So a very good card to tech in. So here we play the big boy, needing to get some sort of pressure, and play the defensive card for next turn, and just get rid of this guy. We decide to just swing into him, get rid of him off the field, you know, and hoping that he just can't kill us. But of course he can, unfortunately. He's got so many suppressing firepowers in hand. So that's 2, 3, and he's got the cruiser. So, you know, we got slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered that game. But that's alright, because now we know he's playing Nassau. We understand that that's the game, right? So next up, we decided to play Curze, and I'll show you the deck we played because I didn't want to play some Ulrach again. I wanted to kind of mix it up a little. So this is the deck we played. Cards we've teched in for this matchup are a second talent for murder because of the big troops he can play with the las rifles to get rid of them. The Mr. Comric Reapers because we can. It's just good in this deck because we can reduce his attack and swing at him, and we have the Irridator here to stop his big guys, and 2 Spectre of Judgments also to get rid of his big guys. Right. Otherwise, it's a pretty standard Curze deck, I think. So let's get into that second game. And we get to go first, which is very lucky for us. Again, we finally win a mirror match here. So we opened pretty decently here. You know, with the Astro Belt, we got a las rifle. This is clunky in opening hand, but we got enough vehicles for our vehicle draws to be okay. You know, he just gets a card up. And I think we just Asteroid Belt here, yep. This is great to have, a little bit of reach for the end of the game. I don't know if you can see this Windows activation mark down here. I'm doing this all on my new PC and I haven't bought a Windows activation key, which I will do sooner or later. But hopefully that doesn't show up on the screen recording, but it might. We'll see. We drop the last rifle, shoot him, knowing that he'll have to do stuff to get rid of it. Reduce his attack, swing in. Just got to rush him down for that health. We've got an out for the turn after next. This was very annoying for us to have him get off that abandoned supplies, but it is what it is. And we can make him so he doesn't get a card off it. So we drop down the Talon, swing at it. Then we reduce his attack by 1 and swing at him, because we're going to take this damage anyways. I prefer to him to lose the draw. We take the 6 damage, it's fine. It sucks, but we can deal. And he drops this guy, and that was quite annoying for us. It's quite big, and I don't know if we want to waste this on it. I think, yeah, luckily we do draw the Nostromo here, so we decide to play our supply lines, and we're just going to set up for next turn, you know. This card, pretty decent for us to get at this stage. And we say can't attack. And we draw into Mercy and Forgiveness, so again, really good. At this stage, we're just trying to delay until Madness. So yeah, now we use the Spectre of Judgment here. Dealing the damage, and I think we just end turn there, yeah. We take the damage, we take even more damage. Feeling pretty rough here, but that's okay. He gets his even more damage in. I think that might have been a bit of a wasted card there, but if he had nothing else to play, it is what it is, you know? And here we drop down the Irridator to say, whoop, you can't do anything with that guy this turn. He gets the draw because he gets rid of that, but at least it's stunned. And he drops his anti-vehicle card there, which is good play by him. Good card to play to counter Curze because we play a lot of vehicles at the high end. We decide to Madness here. And I also decide to, after we get Stealth, to swing here, even though we've got Stealth, because if he's got an anti-stealth card in hand, that's too much damage for us to take. You know, we get us just too low. This way, at least it doesn't get us down that low. And he does stun us out here, so I'm kind of lucky I did end up playing it. So good top deck for us here. We drop it down, give the big guy can't attack, and then drop the Mr. Comric Reapers here. So that was a very good top deck for us. Made sure we didn't lose the game that turn, basically. He swings it here so it can die out later. Plays the abandoned supplies. He's very low on cards here, so that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to survive for a little bit till we can stabilize properly. He gives himself the precognition there, which is very annoying for us, because we could have got a lot of damage in on him next turn, but that's just fine. If I were him, I would have shot one of these troops, just so that the turn after I could have saved it. We give myself Mercy and Forgiveness here to be able to kill this off. Draw another vehicle from the deck. Good card for us to get for later. And we decide to get Stealth. So he plays his Spear here. At this stage, that's kind of scary, because his wall is going to be better than us for a little while now. And he keeps healing up, which is very annoying for us. We haven't got much to deal with it, unfortunately. I think here I decide I want to get quite a bit of damage into face. So yeah, I drop this guy. I should have actually done this a little differently here. So I drop it here to give that the ability to attack. And then I can just swing twice, and then with this, I should have maybe dropped it in between these two. Right? Use this guy to kill off his frontliner, this would have died. That would have been fine. Got the 7 damage in face. This would have died. This would have moved over and given me the extra damage in. It just would have been a way to get this off field so he couldn't get the extra precognition. You know, both of these would be dead at this stage. So he wouldn't be able to delay for as long as he can. So that was a mistake that I've made here, which I think could have been redeemed. He drops the big guy here, and that's fine. I think we do sacrifice Mr. Comrade Reapers here, yeah. We shoot it for 1 to get it down low. Should have put the Las Rifle over the other side, but that's fine. And here we're hoping it kills the Mr. Comrade Reapers. Or the Las Rifle, we don't mind which one. And it gets the big troop. So that's really annoying, but, you know, we're getting quite low on cards. All we need is a Raven here, and we've got the game, basically. So that's what we're digging for. Just got to stall out to Raven. We drop the Recon Claw, just to have it on field in case he plays anything dangerous. He gives himself stealth. Sorry, not stealth. Precog, and drops the other big guy. And that's really frustrating for me because there's not much I can do to get rid of it. But we decide, well, we've actually got 2 talent for murders here, so we decide to play it. Alright, to try and draw, get into it, play it. Feels good for us that we drew it, actually. Really good. And we're just like, well, we're just going to sacrifice our troops into it. And that's fine for us. I did play that card there, intending to draw one of those, because there's 2 on the deck. Well, 1 now, but there's a high chance of us drawing it. Or one of the kill spells, which cost 7, that we've only played 1 of. So we had 3 outs in our 9 cards, so wasn't too unheard of for me to do that just then. And he gives himself Prego again and gets a lot of damage in on us. Good thing we have our big frontliner here. There's a second talent for murder. Drop our frontliner and just end turn and hope he can't deal with it, basically. He drops this big bloke, but we've got the talent for murder, and it does reduce his health to 1, so the survivor 3 is actually survival 1 after it. He's only got 1 card in hand. We've got the Raven. So at this stage, we're just going to give it 1 health. Play it so he can't attack us. Swing at it twice to get it to survival 1 triggers. And we don't attack or get in to kill it. To leave it on 1 so he can't draw it, leaving the only card he's got in hand, which is that. And that's fine with us there, because he can't get precognition off it because he hasn't got the energy. And we've got the Raven in hand, so we win here. Get rid of it with Curze, swing everything face. And that's game 2. Very, very close there, that's for sure. It was a very nice game. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think we got a bit clutch there and a couple of top decks to survive us out, but it is what it is. Now, the last game, we know we're versing Nassau again, and he knows we're playing we're playing Ulrach. So this is the deck we do play in the last game, and let's get into that one. Alright, here we go. He gets to go first, that's fine, but we open Godlike. This is such an amazing opening, and I won't lie, this game gets very dumb. So he shoots us a 2, that's fair enough. We do what you'd usually do here and just drop our 2-drop. It's not that great in this matchup, but it can help us in the early game to stop him from playing certain troops. And it's just a body on board, you know, that he has to deal with. And we're fine with it at the moment. I was thinking about buffing, but it's just better to play Dewback here because the swing still kills it. So we have ours, and we get a copy of his. Feels good, right? Feels pretty good for us. That's so much healing for us. And there's not much he can do about it. And I think we just play one here, don't we? Yeah, we drop a Necatrez, we buff up, and Ecatrez City. Not even joking, this was this game. This is what happened. Like, Dewback gods, descend your gifts upon my mortal soul for the godlyhood of godlyhoods in terms of opening hands, especially against this deck. We can just literally heal forever at this stage. And we've got both our poisons as well, which is insane. We do decide to drop the second one. And he cries a little here. This is such a good opening for us. And we get an abandoned supplies. Not another Ecatrez. That would have been too good. I think 3 is already too good. So, you know. He did get an early spear, though. So we have to have a way to counter that. Which is all the Ecatrezes in the world. So here, I think we just drop one of these guys. Yeah. Give this thing poison. Buff up. We're already at full health. We don't need a heal, so we're good. And I think at this stage, I think he just decides that he needs to aggro us. He drops this guy, which is really good for him to have early because it is a vehicle. But we've got our other poison in hand, and we don't care about our health, like, at all. It doesn't matter. So all we do here is poison it. I think we buff, and then we heal with one of them. I think we do with the low one. Yeah, with the low one. I want to keep one as high as possible for the board wipe spell. If you can get rid of one of them, it's fine, you know, but we don't want both going. I felt really dirty about getting the third Ecatrez. It feels really, really dirty. Knowing this is poison, that he can't rush us down, he needs to get rid of this. Playing Manifest Destiny is interesting. Seems weird that he would be playing that in Nassau, but I guess a 30 health Warlord might need it. That helps him stall out that extra turn. And it's good for him here. We just decide to drop a big guy here. We're pretty high in health, we're not swinging at him, and this will get us more cards, and it's big. He drops his anti-stealth, and he gets the better one for him, I think. Actually, no, this one would have been better because he can kill it. And yeah, he just decides to swing in here. Or does he shoot it? Yeah, he shoots it because it doesn't matter too much, at least. Goldstone's decent, and this gives us just a 4-4, you know. At this stage, basically, I sacrifice this so he can't get precognition off it. We just want to get face damage in as much as possible, you know. Band supplies, we're going to just draw. We hit another band of supplies, so we play it. Goldstone's good here as a finisher. We don't really want to play it, buff it, and then swing because he can just get precog off it. Unless we can combo it with the stun card. And look here, we're still in full health going into 10 energy. And he is not feeling good. We've got an extremely good ball state. We've healed to the nth degree. He gets his preternatural skills, which is fine. He's just stalling out for a turn, hoping for something. But we can just extend our board state to a state where he can't deal with it. This guy is not good because he does trigger that barrier in which he can constantly get precog off. So, to be honest, I was thinking here that we just play this guy and just go to deck out. But that's for later if we need to. We just play the stealth guy, buff up, and say you can't get precog next turn. And with the Goldstone and the Ashen Claw, we should be able to kill you next turn with all this damage. But, you know, he gets precog, that's fair enough. That was going to happen, I think. And he plays it, stuns that one. That's the best one for him to stun because we got full health. We don't care about it. Yeah, we dropped this guy. That was a good top deck for us. This guy, I think, needs a nerf. His ability should cost 2, you know. We get rid of his troop with the guy that'll heal up. And that's all for that turn. Now, at this stage, I don't think he can precog. Because this is the card he needs to do it. He finally got this guy, and he can get 10 damage in face. Wipes the field for 5 here. That's very strong. You know, then he swings there to get rid of that. And that was an awesome turn for him. But he's down to 3 cards in hand at this stage, and that's not great for him. And we've got a hand full of good. We just decide that we're going to do that. I think, yeah, then we Ashen Claw it. To draw, get that off field, because it's very dangerous for him to have. I think here I decide to swing before buffing, just so it doesn't survive, so we can't get the precog. Information Network, whatever card for us. And we're just trying to get as much damage to face in as possible. Because I think we got 2, 4, 5... yeah. We got a fair amount of damage. That's annoying for him to play. But I don't think we care about it at this stage. I think we can kill him. Yeah, with that Goldstone, we can kill him. So 4... 3... The Information Network. The Ashen Claw. And they're swinging. So for this group stage, I lost my first 2 matches and then proceeded to win my next 3. So that feels pretty good. Now, the team that Wes is on here did also move on to the elimination because in order for them to not move on, we had to 3-0 them and another team had to 3-0 as well. And then even then, it wasn't guaranteed that these guys wouldn't be moving on to eliminations. But we only 2-1 them, so they are moving on to the eliminations. Our first elimination games are up to Team Scotland, I believe, and I'm versing Revelations, I believe his name is, and I've got to set those games up soon. He's playing Sol and Magnus, and they're pretty rough matchups, I think. Like, Sol can just pop off, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. And Magnus can be a bugger too. If we draw Edict, it feels good, but otherwise, Magnus versus Ulrach here is going to be rough. I would really need Curze to verse that matchup. But Sol, I can beat with either, but he can get pretty out of hand. I think I got to win with Curze and then just hope I can beat one of the others with Ulrach, so we'll see how we go there. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below for more. Follow me on Twitter, join me the Subjugated Gaming Discord, and join the Horus Heresy Legions Discord. Other than that, yeah, let me know if you can see the activate Windows key thing there. If it is, I'll get that key a lot faster than what I'm going to, because it just doesn't really matter too much to me. But if it's annoying you guys, let me know. My PC is set up, so other games will be incoming. I'm going to get back into the Doom series, actually, because I got to finish that. Because I want to finish that before the next one comes out to play that. Otherwise, stay tuned for other games. Have a good afternoon.